Because you're spread so thin. The baby is obviously probably still the brokerage, but like for your time, it seems like you have a CEO that isn't you, correct? For Simple, so that you're still trying to kind of do it all and sitting on top of the oak tree, or what's the plan?
I get better at being a CEO, I think, every year. I think it's about the people. You want to hire the right people. I think the CEO, I think people that work with me can do literally everything other than hire people that work with me. And I had to learn that lesson hard. I had to learn that, again, like I understand that capacity is a superpower of mine. I'm also a much better leader than I am a manager for the most part. And so we have a holding company called Sirhan Technologies. Underneath it sit real estate, brokerage, consulting services, new construction, all that fun stuff. Simple, our AI service, Studios, which are a production company, and Sellit.com. Those are our four for now. And I sit at the top. I sit in the holdco, and I have a president of all four. I don't have other CEOs. I have presidents that run all four of those, and they report up to me. But I'm in the weeds as much as possible. I'm probably a little bit more in the weeds now because I read that book, The NVIDIA Way. I know they're going through a moment yesterday, but like Jensen Huang had 60 direct reports. When things go well as the CEO, it's because of everyone else. And when things go poorly, it's because of you. And so I need to make sure that I am as much of an owner and operator as I am a leader and delegator. And the buck stops with me. It's my name on the door. And so I have good people around me, and they're getting better. I'm getting better.
I find managing to be the hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm managing one person, Ryan. So I'm like, I am not
What?
built for this. Yeah. I mean, no,
That's awesome.
this is not about me. This is about you. But I find it challenging, mostly because I want everyone to be a self-starter and just to do it until I say, please stop for a second. Let's talk about it. And then those people
Yeah,
like
you
to
can
work for
find those
themselves.
people.
So yeah,
It's
I'm getting there.
true. Yeah. You know what? Like I tell salespeople all the time too. They're like, well, I tried to build a sales team. I have 6 people and they just do what I tell them to do. They don't do anything on their own. Like, because you're hiring people to do what you want them to do. You have to hire with the apprentice idea in mind, right? And you have to give people clear goals. So like one of our KPIs that we have for our staff in 2025 is every single person once a quarter, you're going to present on innovation, whatever you want that to be, whatever that means to you. How are you innovating your role? Even if it means you're replacing your own job through innovation, you still get to work here because that's fucking awesome. But you got to do it every quarter, and you're going to present in front of everybody because it's only going to make us all stronger and us all better. So my word of the year last year was momentum. I always pick a word. My word of the year this year is innovation, right? Like if we can all work together to make this the most efficient, streamlined business of all time, we're all going to win so hard you don't even understand. I pick an animal of the year too. I think it's important. People are visual. Last year was the falcon. This year we are the orca. And every meeting, every call, like everything with staff all the time, I'm like, that's not great orca energy. Like you're not moving in a pod right now, okay? Or you're just like, you're not a killer whale right now. That's not a killer. You're being more of like a dolphin. Are you Flipper or are you Free fucking Willy? Let's go.
Yeah, I love that. You had some great press on a fundraising announcement. What was that? Why raise money? You had Left Lane, a couple other amazing folks. So what was that infusion of 45 million?
Yeah, I didn't raise money for a long time, so we didn't need to. We're profitable, building, scaling organically, no gun to my head. Like, I don't want to have to grow for growth's sake, and our businesses are not like quarter by quarter businesses the way you'd see, public companies or quarterly earnings. Like we're seasonal. Like you have spring sellers, fall buyers, summers for education, the winters for content when people are cold. I never really wanted to raise money because one, I didn't want the pressure. And 2, I just didn't need it. And I liked control. I liked just owning it 100% and doing whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, however I wanted, to whomever I wanted. But then the leading positive indicators became so strong in 23 as the market was tanking, actually. It wasn't 22 because anyone can be great when the market's great. But as the market was tanking and we were moving so much faster and the way in which we were moving actually started to click and I actually saw the machine, it's like, you know what? I think we might actually hit this grand slam, and I'm doing it by myself. Would I go to the World Series as a baseball team of one? Like, maybe I do need to surround myself with thought partners. It's not about the money. It's about finding people who are commercially aligned with your strategic goals. And that's when I started having conversations with people who we're gonna have that same thought process and could be great thought partners. Sometimes actually be the bad guy for me, which would be helpful because when you own it 100%, you're the good guy and the bad guy. And I kind of like having bad guys, you know, who I tell what to do. It's great.
Yeah.
And so to bring on minority investors in what I think might have been the largest prop tech seed round ever, maybe. I don't know. It was for me a little bit of like a stamp of credibility because when you are just doing it by yourself, it's all great, it's all fun, but there's a little bit in terms of hiring the right employees and going to the right markets where there was still that like, okay, but Ryan.com, really, are you going to make it? This is hard. I don't know. And so having outside investors from multi-billion-dollar funds say, hey, we looked at his books, they're fucking crushing it. We wrote him a big check. That's a bit of a public credibility marker for me. And just to have backers so that I can move faster and take advantage of the market opportunity that we see in front of us. So for Simple, our ability to enable salespeople and sales teams, the brokerage, sell it, I wrapped it all up kind of together. We're doing exactly that. We're executing as fast as we possibly can while not being dumb.
And you are crushing it. When is season 2 coming out of Owning Manhattan? I've got to put this on my
We're
calendar.
filming it right now. The fundraise is in it, actually, unless they
Oh,
cut
no
it.
way. Oh.
Yeah, the active, like meeting Jeff Berman from Camper Creek, meeting Harley Miller at Left
Oh, no
Lane.
way. Yeah.
I had to go to them and I was like, listen, this is not part of the deal, but you should give me a term sheet on camera. Like, when was the last time other than like Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I love that.
Like,
Yep.
what reality TV show goes into a venture raise and the thought process that goes into that, like the personal thought process, like what does that mean for me? And so we've been filming the whole process. I think they'll probably edit it down to like TV version truncated, right? The same way they do with the real estate sales. But I think the show should come back out this summer and you'll have to watch it. There'll be some venture speak in there,
Can't wait.
No,
cannot wait.
no participating preferred over here, though, Nicole.
No, I
I'm
love
sorry
it. Trust me,
to-
I'd invest in anything if I could.